You can't fuck with me, bitch. You can't fuck with me. You can't fuck with me, bitch. You can't fuck with me. Battlefield, that's your only got company. I'm about to show you type of shit that's only come from me.
Alright guys, Dark Enigma here, man. And before I even start this, I have to thank everybody that's subbed to my channel. Y'all the real MVP. I had to make a new one because it was just too much headache on the old one. Got too little, copyright strikes or whatever, which I knew it was coming anyway. But with that being said, it's gonna be, some drastic changes to this channel. Because I wanted to actually stay around. Now, I'm not saying I'm gonna actually delete the old channel unless it's mysteriously terminated, but this is just where I'm about to be uploading, my future anime, basically all my old content that I was gonna upload, I'm gonna upload on here. Now, speaking on this episode, man, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. I wish this was the last episode. I really do, man. Like last week, I kind of liked that episode for what it was. But this week, it's just like, I don't even know where to start, man. Obviously, number 17 or Android 17, he's pretty much useless as it is. And he's no match for Topo. Frieza, he tried to step in with some kind of paralysis attack, which I don't understand why he thought that would work when his golden form powers wouldn't work on Topo. But hey, he gets a E for trying, E for effort. So then in the midst of all this, man, I just can't believe that we're this far in the tournament and Topo has had decent amount of screen time. And I dare say he's probably had the most screen time out of all the Pride Troopers, past Jiren, past Dispo, and past the other Pride Troopers. So why is this man only given one major attack in his base form, and in his God form he's using the Kais everywhere? Now, this a thing too, man. Apparently I wasn't wrong because other people have been saying the exact same thing. Her Kai is made to kill people or just flat out erase them. So why is he throwing this around? And since this is a well-known energy, how is he still fucking, in the tournament? It makes no sense if you know that if this attack is successful and does what it's intended to do, he's gonna kill them. So why are you letting him run around shooting these Hakais? So I didn't like that. I didn't like that the last episode, but I let it slide mainly because we have been getting a lot of dookie, you know what I'm saying? So I saw a little glimmer. So, I gave them a break, but this week I'm not giving them a break. Now, when it comes to the whole Vegeta thing, man, Vegeta is my favorite character, and although I was happy that he got shine, I really can't help but think that this was forced and literally an ass pull, for the simple fact that I think this is the first time in the tournament where after he was getting his ass beat, he mentioned his family. He mentioned Trunks, Bulla, or Bra, however y'all want to call her, and Bulma. And then he mentioned Kappa. But all through this tournament, it seemed like his main desire was to make sure Kappa was good, and I don't get that because he doesn't really know Kappa that much, but he knows his family like the back of his hand, I would assume, and he rarely even made any speeches for them. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of enjoyed that, but at the same time, it's nigga, you waited till the last 5 minutes to mention them. You should have been trying to fight, for them. So basically, because he had this little revelation in that Topo basically said he threw away everything for power, which is a very similar kind of speech that Majin Vegeta had against Goku, when Majin Vegeta said that nothing means nothing to him anymore, only strength or whatever, and Goku said that he was wrong. And then Following that, man, that's when Vegeta, did the final explosion. But before all this, man, I'm gonna get back to the episode. Before all that, man, Vegeta was going in on Topo. It was a complete 180 from the original fight, which really makes me wonder, why is he struggling against Jiren if Jiren is, I don't even think Jiren is all that much more powerful than God of Destruction Topo. I think he's more powerful, but I don't think it's that big of a gap. But hey, who knows, because power scaling, the writing, whatever you want to call it, is just out of whack. So Vegeta's beating Topo ass, and Topo, I don't even think Topo even got a hit in on him. So like Vegeta, he starts to use like a reminiscent of the final explosion, and I started getting really irritated because although I like him, number 17 still in the tournament. Y'all really gonna have Vegeta sacrifice yourself. First time he gets some real significant, decent shine where he's taking down somebody with significant power. Y'all gonna make him sacrifice at the end of the episode. But to my pleasant surprise, he was still alive at the end. And it's kind of like a double-edged sword, because they kind of made it seem like his new form allowed him to survive the explosion, which I don't like Vegeta's new form, y'all. I don't like it at all. I don't see the point in it at all. And I don't even know where to start with it, man. It just seems like they just put it in there just to throw Vegeta a bone without actually throwing the bone. You feel me? So that's why I really don't like the form itself. And Jiren or whatever, like, he's the last one standing at this point, and he kicks Goku out of Super Saiyan Blue. Vegeta's, they state that he used up all his energy, but I wouldn't be surprised if he, goes back to max power in the next episode, because, resolve and writing and all this other shit. So 17, he looks like he's hurt. Frieza, he didn't even try to power up the golden form, so he's probably hurt, but he's still standing. So then Jiren powers up even more against these four people, and I'm standing there like, how are they gonna beat this man? Like, I'm dead ass. How are they gonna beat him? He's powering up even more. Even more. And then, in the preview, they said the obvious, Jiren brushes off Goku and Vegeta's attacks, no problem. And it's like, nigga, we know he's been doing that the whole tournament, man. It's to the point now where the only way they can really beat Jiren is two things, man. And that's Vegito and a timeout. I definitely don't see Ultra Instinct beating it. I don't see Vegeta's new form beating him. Of course, I don't see 17 or Frieza beating him. So how are they gonna beat him? They wrote that nigga way too powerful, man. He has really withstood all the most powerful attacks, assaults, all that shit without a scratch. So realistically, they can't beat him separated. They have to fuse, which I don't understand why, Supreme Kai don't throw out them earrings. Anything goes at this point. But another thing, man, that I didn't like that, I almost left out was the whole, when he exploded, it was Topo, like, literally, where the light, where he took the explosion the same way as Majin Buu when Vegeta exploded, like the exact same, like he looking the exact same way, everything, and even the light overtakes him the same exact way. So I ain't really like that, man. But I mean, it is what it is, man. They already made it clear that this is just a nostalgia fest, and a callback to the previous series. Like, nearly every episode is some kind of callback, whether minor or large. So I really don't fuck with it, man. I don't fuck with it. I wish that it was more original, but I mean, it is what it is, man. If I had to get the episode scale of 1 to 10, man, it'd probably be I don't know, like a 3 out of 10, like a weak 3 out of 10, a strong 2 out of 10. For the simple fact that, Vegeta, he got like a massive amount of power for next to no reason. Because I look at it like this: why didn't Vegeta have that resolve against Jiren? Why when Jiren was beating Vegeta ass, why didn't he stand up and make that speech, about Trunks and Bulma and all that? And I know he had a similar speech a couple episodes ago, but that didn't do shit. I'm talking about the speech that he had against Topo. He should have had something similar. But now, Vegeta's just good enough to take out the second in command. Straight up. That's all he's good enough for. But, yeah, man, I guess the only positive I can really think of was that, the animation was straight. Even though they recycle, certain animations, overall, it was alright, I guess. But yeah, man, I ain't gonna keep y'all all day, man. It's just this episode really wasn't good at all. Didn't like it, didn't fuck with it for the simple fact, pretty much the reasons I listed. And yeah, man, Dark Enigma out, y'all.